March 29th, was it?
Yep.
March 29th, visiting my daughter at Monterey Bay. Approximately 10 o'clock at night. That's the hour that the children normally come in. They're on spring break. My son and a few of his other friends were outside. They had went to the store. On their way back, sitting in the apartment complex, they were arrested for trespassing. The cops knowingly, without a shadow of a doubt, the kids informed them that they were visiting somebody there. And also, the officer called me in reference to the children being arrested for trespassing. And I informed the officers that I'm there in my pajamas visiting with my daughter, and all of the kids were together, visiting there. No one was trespassing. It did not matter. They were all hauled off to jail, which is JD whatever it is, and now my son is still in.
Okay, you're in Pinellas County, Florida, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, now your son is incarcerated, is that right?
Correct.
Okay, and he didn't commit no crime. He was sitting in sitting at a bench with two other boys, is that correct?
Yes, sitting in an apartment complex. Yes.
Okay, what happened? What did the officer say when you explained to him that, listen, your daughter lives at this complex?
I was not heard. I went unheard. I repeated myself numerous times on the telephone, and eventually he just hung up the phone, and his last comment was, your son along with 2 or 3 other gentlemen are going to JDC.
For trespassing?
Yes.
And this was in the complex. Did the other kids live in the complex?
No.
Okay, so what it is you're there visiting your daughter.
Yes.
And you're from where? New York?
Yes, but I've been living in Florida for quite some time. Actually, I'm in a position of waiting for my apartment to be ready. So I'm at my daughter's right now.
Okay. And so in the process of all that your son went to the store and so has your, I mean, I just don't, what can you say, ma'am, to explain what's going on? I mean, I'm trying.
All I can say, it's an unfair situation. There seems to be an attack on minority children. I don't care what anyone says.
You're right.
They want to get them in the system and keep them in the system.
Right.
Instead of coming up with situations and maybe some type of resources to rectify the problems that.
No, ma'am, listen. This is, you don't think, when you watch the website, I've been doing this now, and I'm just telling you, you're right on. They're picking on 3 classes of people: the poor, the fatherless, and the widows. Those who cannot defend themselves in this court system. Okay, you went to court this morning, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, now what did the judge tell you is going on? I mean, now they've had your son since when?
This is his 3rd night. Since Thursday.
Since Thursday, he's been incarcerated. And
yeah.
They know, you're saying they knowingly know that your son's staying at that apartment complex because you and him are there visiting with your daughter.
Yes.
Okay. And
yeah, they know that.
Okay.
They know that. Now, as far as us being heard today in the courtroom, we didn't have a voice. We went unheard. All we was told was that he would be given a public defender, them knowing that a public defender only supports the state.
That's right.
Okay? They do not support the children.
Right.
You know, you go in there, you see kids in shackles with their hands, their feet shackled.
Right.
A little boy. It's just ridiculous. It's sad. It's real sad. And this is America.
You know, I sit on the Juvenile Justice Board with Jim Coates. Judge Fleming's the ruling judge in the 6th District Juvenile Court here in Pinellas County, and Bernie McCabe. I sit with all 3 of these gentlemen, Mrs. Fleming and the other 2, Bernie McCabe and Jim Coates. And ma'am, I'm just telling you, it's a sad situation. Do you know they're making money by having your son incarcerated?
Yeah.
That's all it's about.
Yeah.
And it's just like you're saying, they're picking on people who can't defend themselves against them.
Exactly.
And so, I mean, what do you think we can do about the system? What do you think can be done?
To be honest, and I don't mean this politically, the system is, in my opinion, is made for the wealthy, and it's made for, and please do not take it personal, for white, you know, and beyond that, I really don't have a whole lot to say.
Okay, no,
it's just,
ma'am, listen. Okay, let me tell you this.
You could take a child, okay, let's say for instance, and this went on I think 2 years ago. There was a child, which was white, that raped, and this child was a juvenile, that robbed the store. The child, white juvenile, robbed the store with a gun, went to juvenile, was taken home. A black child turned around with a fake gun almost the same scenario, and is now in prison. This is the type of system that we have. Okay?
Right.
The white child had the opportunity to get out of the system, did something that was not right. The black child remains in the system today.
Let me ask you this, ma'am. Let me explain something to you. Do you think it's possible they might be picking on all people that might be poor who can't defend themselves against them?
Yes, I think a lot of it has to do with your situation financially, but I also believe that it's a color issue too. Because when you look into the prisons, it's ridiculous.
It is.
But listen to this: when you look into the facilities, all right, where children are being corrected, I'm talking about. I worked with neglected and abused children for a long time. You might see 2 black kids. You might see 2 black kids. The rest are white. Okay, these are kids that have tried to kill their parents. These are kids that have tried to kill each other, that are molesting each other. It goes on in other areas too, but it's for now in the whites. Okay, but then when you go in the prison system, they're all black.
Right.
They're black.
Do you know why? I'll tell you the reason why I believe why, ma'am, is because the people that are running our system, I call them white savages. The white supremacists who are oppressing the poor, the fatherless, and widows. Do you know the black people are freedom fighters? They fight for the freedom. They had to fight for their freedom.
And
what we've got 66 counties with 72 maximum security prisons filled with the Afro-American. You know why? Because they wouldn't stand up. They would stand up against the white supremacists that are oppressing the poor, the fatherless, and the widows. The white man isn't going to do it.
That's right.
The white male has become the white woman, and the white woman now is the white man. And that's the only man we've got left in America who would fight for our freedom is the black man, and that's why they got them all locked up in prison. They need to let the Martin Luther Kings out of prison. They need to let these men out and let them stand up for the rights of the people and fight for our freedom. Because listen, these people are the true criminals are those running the court system, and the majority of them are the white, what I call white savages. These people are savages.
Yeah, look how many done got caught that molest kids.
Every day in this court system.
Looking at porno while they up there sentencing somebody.
Right.
You get ready to sentence somebody and you sitting up there looking at porno.
Right, that's right.
But you giving somebody life.
That's Judge Downey. Judge Downey. He's the one. I just read that in the newspaper 2 days ago. Judge Downey sitting on his bench looking at pornography while he's just sentencing these people to prison.
That's right.
It's totally.
Somebody's life is in their hand, and this is what's
Then you got the state attorney over at the Taylor Park trying to pick up little kids at the bathroom and have sex with them. You know?
That's right.
Yeah.
So this is what's going on. These are the people that's in control of our children's lives. These are the people that say whether or not our children are going to go to prison or not go to prison.
Do you know how much money they get for every child they bring into custody?
Oh, I could imagine.
It's $150. Yeah, it is. It's $150,000 for every child they bring into custody. I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry. See, you're right. You stand here and you watch how many black people go in this court every day. Here goes some more. Here goes another family. They just keep running them in and out of the system, and that's what they're doing. They're using people who can't defend themselves against them. That's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, it's been a war with me and my son. It really has, and it's sad because.
Well, you're gonna have to keep fighting, ma'am. You need to watch the website. You need to watch it and listen. You'll have enough evidence there to once you watch the website, freeourkids.com, you will see exactly what's going on.
Thank you very much for your time.